the beeper. You didn't have to have the access for people that were laid off through this organization that you were working with.
No.
When it was all said and done, you could have just wandered into the darkness or the light or the beach, but you had the availability for those 1,200 people, hundreds and hundreds of families. You think one person, they have a family, and then now you're at 10,000 people that are affected. You had that open communication for people to call you.
Yeah.
Even at this new company.
Yeah.
Before Annie Mac.
Still to this day.
Okay. Where does that come from?
I think that it comes from an obligation. Like, I think leadership is an obligation. This is where people get this really, really wrong. Is I don't think the best quarterback makes the best coach. I don't think necessarily that you can't be a great coach if you've been a good quarterback. I have seen some top producers take the leap into leadership and do really well with it, but you have to have a certain set of skill set. Listen, over the years, I have seen the greatest leaders. I would tell you that I am the culmination of only the most wonderful mentors that have sat me down at times when I needed to be told, this isn't good, or that needs improvement, or this is broken. And I've been told things that made me look in the mirror of myself over the years. I mean, nobody's born innately with perfect qualities. And, we all want to do good, but we don't always do good. Something drew me to leadership young. My book, In Wise Eyes, opens up with the story of my 8-year-old quest for student council and the then mentoring that I got to try to take those leaps. It's funny, but my entire life is a repetition of that story. Because truly every leadership I would take on would be a leap of faith that could I do it. And the one compounding core anchor to all of we can learn the skills. Like if you become a senior vice president and you're now responsible for a forecast that's $4 billion, you can learn what you need to learn from analytics and reports, and you can put the plan in place and the frequency of your meetings and all of it. But you cannot teach how to or whether you take the 11 p.m. phone call from the person that reports to you.
The character.
Because I think it's both a curse and a blessing. And I say this most transparently. It's a curse in that when you care, a lot of people would argue, and I think there were times in my career I was convinced I was not going to be the perfect fit for executive level leadership because I cared too much. It sounds stupid, like I'm giving some sort of reverse, what's your weakness? I care too much, I'm being honest with you when I tell you it's a curse in that way, because really good executors at an executive level, because let me tell you something, when you have to throw people out of your boat to save the herd, you've got to be able to do that. And I can do that. I fired hundreds of people in my career, hundreds, probably thousands at this point of people where I've sat one-on-one and I've had to let you go, or I've told a whole group of people. It is in the thousands, actually, as I sit here and do the math in my head. And so someone would probably say, really? I wouldn't expect that of you. You're so caring. I'm a business person. I'm an executive. But there's a difference between the greatest leaders that I have. And I could name there's so many, but I've had some incredible leaders cared. They cared. At the end of the day, I think, we are working for a living, but the ones that are really great, the people that turn their jobs into a story of success are the people that really do pour the passion into their work. And so, I think that that's something people have seen in me. And I think it's opened doors for me for opportunity, because I think at the end of the day, most CEOs want to believe that the person holding the helm of their ship cares for all the bodies that are on the ship.